Hey, we're live now. We got 3 signals going out: YouTube live, Facebook live, TikTok. Okay, look at this. See this? See this? See this? Isn't this a nice little book? Here, I got to change glasses. These are the 300s. I'm 250s on the computer glasses. Ooh, that's some strong coffee. That tastes good. The Marvelous Adventures of Countyland. Okay, so this was a gift today from Kevin Cook. Man, I saw a video today of Kevin Cook 9 years ago. 9 years ago from a Jetto meeting where Clark Trammell was there. And I got to give, I got to respect Clark Trammell for standing up. And as he was standing there, you know, he comes from a banking background. What the coincidence was, 44 years of experience. That's what my experience today in real estate is. But there's a lot of stuff going on between me and the county commission and Lawrence Bay. And I think I'm going to surprise Kevin Cook in the long run on this one. You know what I mean? You see? Yeah, see? Some friends of mine were sponsors to the cigar festival out at Churchill's on 17th and Fairlawn. And I'm telling you, last time I smoked a cigar, I literally got sick. I hate to admit that, but I'm man enough. But you know, from time to time, I've enjoyed a cigar, just kind of chewing on it, you know. Yeah, see, we're going to put some deals together. Yeah, see, yeah. I don't know why you go into that mood with a cigar. Yeah, see, you got to move out of the east side. Yeah, see, we're going to move you out of the east side. Anyway, so the whole thing going on with Kevin Cook, well, really the county commissioners, is Lawrence Bay. And why did they give the guy that owns over 100 lots out there a decade? And here's what I'm trying to make my point. Here, let's see. So this is this right here is District 2 County Commission. And see that, well, I don't have all the camera angles right. But what I'm trying to say, parts of District 1, 2, 3, and 4 of city council districts are within the county District 2. And anybody that lives within the city is still a member of Shawnee County. And when I say, Kevin, since you watch these shows now, I know, when I say that the county is the fallback government, if the city was to dissolve itself, let's say Rossville or Auburn, if they were just to dissolve, well, then the county would step in and be the government for that area. And so in Commissioner Cook's infinite wisdom, he thinks it's important that I learn the marvelous adventures of county land. And it's put together, it's an AI experimental publication of the National Association of Counties. It's really got some neat pictures, really neat graphics. With county government policymakers and practitioners now facing the realities of generative AI, this book was developed with three main objectives: showcase the remarkable capabilities of intricate nature of contemporary AI technologies, stimulate collaborative policy decisions amongst intergovernmental partners regarding the near limitless applications within the public sector, taking into account the possibilities, inherent biases in AI systems, and inspire the youth, people of America, to explore the exciting and meaningful roles in the responsibilities of their county government. So here we are, Kevin. The Marvelous Adventures of County Land. I'm sure this is how he probably started. You know, can you just imagine how cozy it would be sitting by their fireplace with Vic Miller reading you your giving you your assignments, how to ballot harvest. Okay, first we're going to go over to the old folks' home and fill out their ballots. Welcome to the marvelous world of county governments in America, as written and illustrated with the assistance of new generative artificial intelligent AI apps. We embark on a fun journey across the vast and varied landscape of the United States, exploring how local communities are shaped and governed by our counties. Each county is like a puzzle piece fitting into to create the big, beautiful picture of our nation. From bustling urban centers to vibrant suburbs to beautiful rural areas, counties play a special role in serving the American people. We'll meet county leaders who make important decisions. We'll discover how county officials manage roads and bridges, elections and records, public safety, court systems, and we'll even learn about public lands recycling and emergency management. We'll read about the exciting county traditions like fairs, parades, parks, libraries, each bringing people of our community together. So grab your explorer's hat. You know, that's one thing Kevin has got. He's got the best hats. So I wonder if he has an explorer hat. I wonder if I could do a Quora request about that. But anyway, I digress. It's kind of funny. So grab your explorer's hat and get ready for the fun and educational trip through America's county governments. Ready to start the adventure? Let's go. Oh man, look at these. They're all ready to go. Look at them. They're all excited. Look at this. And this is, you know, I probably ought to go down with prepared remarks. I would look so much more professional instead of having it come from the heart. Marvelous counties we'll explore with public officials we all adore, each one special, tailored to soar. Adventures await with wonders galore. Each count. Oh, wait, hang on. You guys got to look at the graphics. See where we're going with this? YouTube, Facebook, TikTok. Each county has its own special fare, traditions and treasures no one compare. Festivals, fairs, and parades so grand bring the people together hand in hand. In the county courthouse so grand, the county board, a stellar band, meet as a routine and think and debate, budgeting to invest, what plans to create. With a visionary plan and keen insights, county administrators work by day and night, managing and organizing and exploring it all with a noble goal, better future for us all. In election season, a spectacle so grand, candidates on podium, speeches in hand, residents voting, a marvelous sight, county recorders tally with skill and delight. Oh, wow, look at this. Doesn't that make you feel good about all the tax you pay to your library? At the library, where tales awake, books come alive and dance and shake. Characters leap, stories alive. Our county library, oh, such pride. We do have a good library. Oh, look at this. Our sheriff with badge shining bright keeps us safe through day and night with a smile and a wave and a fair hand, ensuring safety for us all across the land. When help is needed, no time to spare. 991 operators always there, answering calls both night and day, guiding heroes all along their way. Firefighters zoom strong and bold through smoke and flames, a sight to behold. With hoses and ladders, they train every day to douse fiery dragons and keep them far away. In the county courts where justice is sought, judges and juries ponder cases brought, fair and wise and gavel in hand, they uphold the laws of the land. Except in New York. Flip flap go the papers in the district clerk's world. They never slow, helping guide our courts with cases in hand, logged with precision, always in demand. This is a real like nail biter. Public defenders in justice they trust, working sincerely, their cause is a must, with cases in hand and courage is untold. For those without a voice, their duty is bold. You'd think that would be dealing with Go Topeka. Okay. In an office so clean, yet papers galore, County attorneys work with the laws to explore. They buzz with rules from morning to night, helping the county do what's right. God bless Rich Eckert. Clerks with files stacked to the sky, recorded and compile, never a note awry. Dates and receipts they preserve in their books. The county's history we observe. Well, I can't help it didn't rhyme. I thought we were on a roll. Meet the assessor with maps, data, and charts. Determining the values for taxes is an art. Houses and lands, buildings too, old and new, fair and true. Treasurers count with care. Investment funds they prepare. For people, they are precise. Every dollar's journal very concise. Roads weave and bridges span, buses and trains, all part of the plan. Airports abuzz, planes take flight. In your county transportation, it's a delight. Engineers keep our country spry, fixing things that break under the sky. Water pipes, sidewalks, and lights they mend, so our daily comforts never end. Oh, wait, did you see that? I like the big, the big trucks, the big vehicles here, the cranes. Parks abound with joy so bright. Swings sail skyward with pure delight. Children at play, runners in stride. In these spaces, our counties beam with pride. Our nation's public land, so vast and so grand, working together, is part of the county plan. From prairies to forests and mountains so tall, we present and protect for one and for all. Recycling where old becomes new with gadgets that spin, hum, and coo. Containers line up in a merry brigade, turning trash into treasure. A resourceful crusade. Children's and critters side by side, planting trees with hearts open wide. Cleanup adventures, a collaborative quest. In every county, environmental zest. Visions of stewardship with initiative bold. Conservation projects, a joy to behold. Hey, we ain't having any of that wind energy or solar energy in this area. Nature's treasures in areas preserved, in every county, promised and deserved, observed. This is really kind of riveting, isn't it? When nature stirs, caution is best. Emergency planners put to the test. They're ready and fast by day or night, guarding us all, no matter the fright. There's a county health team so grand, public servants with hearts gentle at hand. In the halls of healing, they stand ready, mending bodies and minds, always steady. Each county, there's a role, solemn, important, on whole. The coroner, at life's final call, seeks out truth and answers for us all. In counties far and wide, a mission so pure, veteran service officers assure and secure. For our military veterans with caring embrace, for protecting our land with valor and grace. Our county adventure comes to a close. Dream your dreams. They are yours to compose. What wonders to see, what futures to weave in our land of marbles. Just believe and achieve. Then it's got a really nice glossary. Might as well just go through it. I mean, let's get a load of this going. Yeah, see, here we are. We're at the end of the glossary, you know what I mean? See? All right. Like the federal government, America's 3,069 county governments are designed with checks and balances of authorities, mandates, functions across executive, legislative, and judicial duties. These responsibilities are exercised with the framework of state and federal constitutional and statutory law. County boards, led by nearly 18,000 elected officials nationally, generally exercise executive and legislative powers, including oversight of the county budget, policies, general operations. In more than 700 counties, the executive function is led and shared by a chief executive who is elected countywide. Nationwide, more than 18,600 independently elected officials, often referred to as constitutional row officers, are elected for specific county function. As outlined in this book, below is a sample of the most common elected positions in county government. The assessor, official who establishes the value of land and property for taxation. Auditor, the official who oversees county assets and finances. The clerk, officially who provides administrative support and record management, including for the county board. The clerk of the court, lead administrative officer of the county court system. Commissioner, official who serves on the county board and has oversight of the budget, policy, and general operations. The coroner, the official who investigates the cause and manners of death in the county. The county attorney, legal advisor for the county. The district attorney, chief prosecutor for the state within the county. Executive, chief executive officer of the county, similar to a city manager or state governor. Public defender, an attorney who upholds the Constitution, the right to legal representation within the county. Recorder, the official who administers public records of the county. Elections, land, birth, and marriage, etc. The sheriff, chief and law enforcement officer who typically manages the county jail. Treasurer, official responsible for management and investment of financial assets. The reason Kevin Cook gave me this is because he thinks I'm a jackass. I think the biggest jackass event I've ever done in this county is build College Hill. I risked $25 million. I had to sign personally. We just took Washburn's plan and implemented it. We took the student housing plan and implemented it. Personally, I think it's one of the best projects we've ever done in this community. It had TIF bonds that ultimately had a shortfall that everybody blames Henry McClure. And we got, thank you to Clark Duffy and the way they were doling out the funds at the time. We got about $14.5 million for public improvement. I think Neil Dobler at the time was the acting city manager, and at the time he was very helpful. And at the time, I had a lot of hope for this community. It took a lot of lobbying to get the project done. It took a lot of persuasion. I'll never forget when we had a director of planning that said a bark park was economic development. And I owned a pizza restaurant right next to it. And I got resentments against that. Heritage Tractor is here because I helped get a benefit district here. I sold, so what? I sold the Sears building the 9 acres to Mainline Printing. And if I wouldn't have sold the Gordman's building to buy out the ground lease, we wouldn't have Chick-fil-A and Whataburger. And I got to tell you something. Kevin, I think maybe you ought to read this book. I'm going to get to the bottom of why one guy didn't have to pay taxes for a decade. Is that the uneven playing field that I've been talking about? And why did you ever let the guy ever do another development without at least getting current? And here's the thing that I'm not making my point well. So I want to get the city of Topeka out of the 3-mile radius. They don't have any business out there. And Kevin and Rich today said, well, why don't you get up on the stand and say it? So what I did today in dot loop, for you real estate people, dot loop is a way you can make a document real quick to have them sign. So all the county has to do is say they want to enter into an interlocal agreement to kick them out of the 3-mile radius. So I prepared that document that said, we endorse and we'd like to enter into a new interlocal agreement that would take the city out of the 3-mile radius. And so I sent that around. So let's see if that gets signed. Boy, I'm going to make a Cora request that will be an eye opener. So here's what I want to know. And I owe Amanda Stanley a note. I made a Cora request to the county because based on Kevin's comments the other day about, well, those are city specials on Lawrence Bay. Well, once they come onto the ledger, you can't pick and choose what you're going to pay. If the treasurer's not collecting them, well, you mentioned, I'm sorry, I'm not just talking to Craig or whatever your name, Kevin is, Kevin Cook. You mentioned Vic Miller bringing forward an ouster to the poor guy, Larry Wilson. So how come we haven't ousted Larry Ma for not collecting a decade worth of taxes back on Lawrence Bay? Is somebody out in Lawrence Bay getting special treatment? And that's what it's going to come down to. Is that what it is? And how do you today not help Pizza Hut with a sewer line? You know, we're inaction. We've got to stop the money going to Topeka. I just watched an old like 9-year-old Jetto meeting where people are standing up about Project Cedar, something like that, whatever. But I got a banking guy down there saying, well, why are we giving this money to the Federal Home Loan Bank? You know, so they're not even on the tax roll today. Why is that? It's just the deals, right? Yeah, see? You got to follow the money. That's it. Think about it. If we had $50 million in the bank today, what could you do with $50 million? But we're pissing away $3.5 million on a bunch of people that don't know squat about economic development. We could have one person. And so through the lenses of a real estate guy, we basically put Topeka as the head developer. They're in charge of all the lands that they actually have title to, which I think is a mistake. And I think that's a good thing to put on the list of things to do to my research department. Have my research department start taking notes. But The county and the city ought to take back title to that real estate because we really need to unwind Go Topeka. We do. You've got millions of dollars now just being doled out. So what is economic development? Economic development to me is renovating White Lakes. We ought to get some money to make it shovel ready. I'll tell you what good economic development would have been tearing down the Travelers Hotel. Here, let's get some applause on that. What would have been like really to tear down the Travelers? There's a shortfall from the ballot initiative of $16.5 million. Now, the county works guy in the Kurt Niehaus says, well, the county's got their money for it. Well, if it's a county-wide initiative, it's also the duty of the county commissioners to make sure that the cities within their county don't squander away the money for the projects. And at some point in time, you have to say, this city's out of control. They don't need to be buying hotels. They're wasting our money. They're not operating responsibly within my county. And as a county commissioner, I want to step forward and nip it in the bud, as they say, right? Oh, wait. Yeah, we're going to nip it. Yeah. And so actions speak louder than words. I've built a lot of stuff in this town out of my own pocket. And if right now I'm having a little fun, it's no reason not to take me serious. I don't take Kevin Cook's hats serious. Actually, Kevin's a nice guy. He got mad about the comment about brown nosing, but he can't stand up to the city for anything because he earns $120,000 through his law firm. That's the truth. And maybe the comment about dodgeball in another one of my videos was uncalled for. So I'm sorry, Kevin. Kevin's got a running mate. But I'm not really running against Kevin Cook. I'm running against the Greater Topeka Partnership because they really run the city. They run Kevin. They definitely run Kevin, and I can prove it. Yeah, I can prove it. Hey, why doesn't somebody call in? Maybe we'll call Mark Stevens again, see what he's doing. I need your help. I'm going to ask for your help because I need to put together a team of people that want to engage. I need to put together a team of people that want to be on the boards. We've got to get new people. We've got to get new people involved and engaged in our government. I mean, this one of these things, the when I keep asking Kevin to help me with the city, so it's what he's saying. Look, if you live within the city, even though you're a county resident, I can't help you. That's a city problem. Well, what I want to use is all his influence. But he's not going to spend any of his political capital on Henry McClure. Zero. Nada. Because he's got to keep his job with the city of Topeka. And he can't ruffle any feathers. You know what's really interesting today? I was thinking about this today on my walk. We're so divided in this country. But if one side says it, it's true, right? The deputy mayor called him a racist. So is that true then? And Kevin, bring it up with your fellow compatriot there. I personally don't think Kevin's a racist. I just think he wants his next meal. He doesn't want to get in the way. He doesn't want to get in the way of it. He doesn't want to miss a meal. He doesn't want to get cut off. But why would somebody like the deputy mayor, who's revered by her people, why would she call Kevin a racist? That concerns me. I've never seen a racist thing. I've never seen him do a racist thing whatsoever. And the whole thing about published my address. Well, it's in the internet. And even if anyway, I'm not going there. I shouldn't go there. So it'll be interesting who wins the primary in that race. He didn't even autograph it. And all you people that says he never calls you back, I'm going to post under this a form, and you can make your request. And I'll even bring them up down at public comment. I wonder, hey, Marshall, I think we should do the Topeka Factor here on Wednesday. Hey, look at that. See that right there? See this on TikTok? That is where the county, sorry, I'm talking to TikTok right now. You're going to have to wait too. That's where the city is cut out at my district, District 2. Whew. Little nicotine. Politics. I was out at my favorite title company today, and everyone's my favorite title company when there's a closing. But the young lady, basically, she did the closing when I came back home in 2000 to my house. And there's not a bad title company in this town. I mean, I think about Kansas Secured, that's all Stauffer Communication money. So that's a good title company, backed by good money. the lawyer's title, man, those guys are straight arrows. They're articulate, very professional, run a good operation. Kansas or Security First out there, full of great people. But my big problem with Lawrence Bay goes back to greed. The guy that owned the lots was so greedy he wouldn't work a deal with Chuck Doltmeyer. The guy was so greedy, he was able to get public officials to not foreclose on the lots so he could prosper later. And when you got things like that, if you got something going wrong, it's like in the mall business. If a guy can't pay the rent, replace him. If his sales are weak and he's not really enhancing the property, you might as well replace him because he's going to pretty soon have trouble paying rent. And the whole idea, if you just look at the real estate in the county as the mall, you got to put the right uses in, and you got to get people that pay sales tax. See? Well, I've gone on and on. I've got a lot of people on TikTok. In closing, yes, there are certain duties of the county, but every person that lives within Shawnee County is either, either Aaron Mays, Bill Rapon, or Kevin Cook have a duty to listen to them, have a duty to try to help them. Even if it is even if it's city business, you have a duty to the people, to the electorate. So people that are in the city limits in districts 1, 2, 3, and 4, if you vote for me, I'm going to be your advocate. I'll do what I can to work with the city of Topeka because I know they're impossible. I know that we've got to get the public involved. If you can't have public comment in an infrastructure committee in Topeka, Kansas, and the person running the infrastructure committee, what does she know about building? And she talks about it like, yeah, like all my people to stand up and take recognition. And I get shouted down by this lady. But you know something? You got to stand up. Somebody's got to stand up and say, I'm not going to take it anymore. I want to work for the people. Humanity deserves better. That was good. All right, I'm gonna say good night first to my YouTube followers. Good night, YouTube.